I pre-shuffled. What are we on? We just did Cancer. We're on to the second one. We're gonna do Scorpio next. We'll do Pisces last. So yeah, let me not shuffle too much because I'm on a time crunch. My phone's at 20%, so we're gonna be pushing it. And I've pre-shuffled like 3 times, and some of the same cards is still coming up. So we're doing the light and dark energy check-in for Scorpio right now to go along with this light and dark energy of Libra new moon eclipse. So we're getting the light and the dark energy check. What the fuck? I swear I shuffled 3 times before I did this, and I just shuffled twice. Okay, why would we? There must be just a lot of anger between like water and air signs. We want 3 of these because we gotta figure out what the fuck is going on. But there might be like some kind of like anger and fire energy going on with the air signs and the water signs. Because that's a freaking. Or maybe there was, and that's what's being eclipsed out. I'm not about to play this, but that's too. No, I'm gonna redo that because we're not playing this. When the cards hit the thing, I heard like a dong, like a bell, like a church bell, maybe. I think they ring those for like marriages and funerals. Or there's another. I don't know. I just heard For Whom the Bell Tolls. Ain't that a Metallica song if I'm not mistaken? I know it's a metal song. Was it Metallica that did that? I don't know. It's been a while since I've listened to Metallica. Okay, so for the light side we have Me Talks. And this is repairing the mind, body, and spirit. Looks like you need a self-care day. You need to spend some time with yourself and get yourself back right. Yeah. And we have the Princess of Discs clarifying, which is giving the energy of like planting seeds. And then we have the Sun, which is giving the energy of like the sun is nourishing these seeds that are being planted. Yeah. And then we have the Queen of Cups, which is giving the watering of freaking seeds. Like this, and with the Princess of Discs being like earth energy, like you got all the freaking elements here. And I see air in like the bubbles that this creature is blowing while they're like taking care of themselves. So it looks like you got like all the elements are like perfect right now for planting and growing seeds. But it has to start right now with your self-care. Because maybe you've been running yourself ragged trying to like get all of this stuff together. It's giving that it's time for you to like plant the seeds and like use the resources that you have, the sunlight, the water, so that when you plant these seeds, you can trust that you can just leave them alone for a while and let them grow. You don't want to overwater them. You don't want to you don't want to give them too much sunlight. Just give them just enough. You don't want to bury them too deep in the dirt. And so while you're waiting on these seeds to take root and grow, you need to be caring for yourself. You don't have to keep checking back. Like if you're doing like something on social media, you don't need to constantly, did I get any likes yet? Or like did anybody interact? Like anybody who's meant to be there will be there when you get back. But right now, you like when you put out whatever content or whatever endeavor that you do, let it just sit for a while, because it can be so tempting, like, oh, I finally did it, let me just keep going and checking and making sure that I'm not missing anything. If they are meant to be there, they'll be there whether you are constantly checking every single day or not. So you don't have to worry about like feeling like you might be missing out on connecting with a community, because what's meant for you cannot pass you by. And then in the dark side of things, we have like anger and chains in reverse, which these cards talk about the stages of grief. And with anger and chains, it's obviously anger. And it feels like this energy of like you're freeing yourself from this. You're freeing yourself from like holding in maybe anger and resentment, especially towards personal connections. And as you free yourself, judgment is cast on those who potentially put you in the position to feel that some type of way in the first place. Like maybe there was some kind of like communication or information that was being spread around that was untrue, or maybe all of the story wasn't told. Like maybe something was omitted, something wasn't quite right. Maybe somebody told, like maybe you were interested in somebody or like a business or something relationship wise, be it like friendship or whatever, and you really wanted to connect with this person, but somebody came and got in their ear and put you in a position where you had to separate from them. And maybe you feel like you missed out on an opportunity. But that's not true. You haven't missed out on an opportunity. Anybody that will believe something that somebody else tells them without confronting you about it first is not for you. They're not for you. If they can easily be swayed by word of mouth from some random person, whether they know them or not, then it wasn't for you in the beginning. Whether or not it's true, they should talk to you about it first. And so judgment is being cast on this situation. So you don't have to feel like you missed out on an opportunity. What is for you cannot miss you. So if someone chose to move away from you because of rumors or some bullshit, then whatever, that's fine. It wasn't for you. So maybe like the energy of letting go. So care for yourself, because maybe it was something that you thought would be absolutely perfect, but there are always things going on behind the scenes that we don't necessarily know. And everybody has their own journey, and that can be discouraging when, you know, something that you really thought would work out ends up not working out and you have to walk away from it. And then we have step out of your comfort zone in its north node. So it's possible that like this person would have taken you away from your north node. Maybe you thought that it would have worked out and everything would have been fine, but if people are moving away from you at this point, especially with this the new moon eclipse, solar eclipse in Libra, especially like connections, business, friendships, all of that, if they're moving away from you right now, it's because they're going to take you away from your north node, and that's where you need to be going. So take that time that you were going to give to them and give it to yourself. If you were going to plan a trip, give that to yourself. If you were going to plan a spa day, a like carefree day, now it's time for you to do that by yourself, because there are connections out there that are coming. And you just need to release this one, because it wasn't going to yield what you thought it was. It was going to take you away from what you were supposed to do. Maybe it would have given the illusion that it was everything that you wanted, but deep down it was just going to like eat away at you. So yeah, take this time to care for yourself. Hope that helps.